are here to talk to and about Elliot Page. We are here to have a respectful and prideful conversation. We want to talk about Elliot's amazing career, and we want to show them how much we appreciate everything they do. And so we are going to tackle some questions during the session as well. So if you have questions, you can go to those microphones. But really, today is just celebrating Elliot and welcoming him to Calgary Expo for their first ever con. Please welcome actor, producer, author, Elliot Page.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
This is
Thank
great.
you.
This is so great. So this is your first con.
This is my first con.
What-
Yes.
What made you decide to make Calgary Expo your first con?
Oh goodness. Well, it came up, and I felt excited about the opportunity and excited to just come be in Calgary and be
Excellent.
in Alberta right now.
And you've had amazing interactions so far. Every time I walk by, long lines, people excited to talk to you.
I can say that I have had the absolute loveliest interactions with people today. So everyone who came and said hi and shared some of your story with me, or how the work has helped or affected you in any way, it's really meant so much to me, and I hope you know how much I mean that.
Amazing, excellent. So I want to get the elephant out of the room right away. The big topic on everyone's mind, Trailer Park Boys. Tell us everything. We want to know.
Oh gosh, where do I begin? Well, you know what? Actually, it's the first thing I ever did was a movie of the week called Pit Pony for CBC. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Pit Pony fans.
And CBC
Pit Pony
fans, of course.
unite. Oh, maybe that was for CBC. Shit. And then it became a TV show. And I remember doing this episode that Mike Clattenburg, who created Trailer Park Boys, directed. And he was so phenomenal to work with, the loveliest person, so sweet, so mindful of, working with kids, and just amazing. And then I remember we were like hanging out, and he brought up Trailer Park Boys, and he was like, do you know what satire is? And I was like, nope, And he's like, I'm gonna have to talk to your parents first,
Yeah.
And then I became a part of Trailer Park Boys, and it was awesome.
Amazing. In your book, Page Boy, everyone has a copy of it, yes, right? Or you're going to buy one today. You talk a lot about growing up on the East Coast, the good and the bad of it all. And I'm from New Brunswick as well, and you're from Nova Scotia, and so East Coasters, HST, Greco Pizza, all that stuff. What do you think, being from Atlantic Canada, how has that helped you maybe navigate your acting career? Choices, things you bring to the table, maybe?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
And what is it about being from Atlantic Canada that, well, I think it's offered me so much. I love being from Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's so beautiful, and also it was challenging growing up as a queer trans kid in Halifax.
Yeah.
And so it's, there's two sides to it, of course. So much has changed. I think potentially it's helped me, stay grounded. Yeah. Is it weird to call yourself grounded? Yeah. Other people might be like, you're not at all.
Came to see you? Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, potentially that. I didn't grow up anywhere near Hollywood or that aspect of the business.
And do you go back to the East Coast to sort of center yourself, or is that?
Yeah, I do for sure, especially now that I live in New York, so much closer, so it's awesome.
And you spent some time in Alberta as well, filming Inception?
Yes.
And other projects here, or just Inception?
We did Inception here, all the skiing and the snow and the mountains.
Yeah.
That was all just outside of Calgary.
What can you tell us about Inception and what that experience was like filming a Christopher Nolan movie?
Chris Nolan is awesome to work with. I think what was so so incredible about what he achieves is like you're making this movie of such enormous scale, but when you're working with him, like, the story, the character, the connection with the other actors, it felt so intimate and so grounded. And I mean, I think that's why his films reach people and work, that they can have this spectacle and this, incredible cinematic achievement mixed with sincerity and honesty and story and, and the performances we see in his films. And working in the mountains here was challenging because it turns out I don't do so well with altitude.
Oh.
So actually, when we were shooting that scene, I fainted. I fully just went, like it was, guess I was too high up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's just cracked lips, the dry air.
Yeah, but no,
Painting's worse.
Inception was a blast, and as you probably know, Chris Nolan shoots everything so like tangibly that you're really, you're flipping upside down in a van, you're walking up this contraption to make it seem like Leo and I are walking up a wall. Like it was so fun. Like I do like that kind of stuff.
It was amazing. What do you think the ending of the film means?
I don't fucking.
I just thought of that question right now.
Sorry. It's an all ages venue.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. No, right. That's the magic of it.
Yeah.
It's
up to interpretation, that one.
Exactly. Okay, we're gonna get to questions in a second, but of course we have to talk about the Umbrella Academy final season coming up. It's all shot now, right? So it's all done. It's just
all
ready.
done.
They're just ready to upload it.
I think it's like done.
Right.
It's finished.
So what about, like, when you look at streaming shows, so many of them don't make it past first season, second season. Why do you think Umbrella Academy has been able to, survive 4 amazing seasons, presumably 4th is amazing, and grow such a fan base? What was it about the show?
Well, first of all, thank you to everybody who watched the show, and it was such a joy to play this character and to get to do 4 seasons. I feel incredibly grateful. And similar to what I guess I was saying about Chris's work is, again, fun, exciting, genre, spectacle, great music, like all of that. But at the core of it, it's a bunch of siblings in their 30s who are like dealing with their childhood trauma, And I think, who can't relate?
Yeah.
And because of these different characters, I'm sure there's, individuals connect with, these different storylines and emotions and journeys and arcs. And I guess to me, that's the connection that keeps people, is no matter what you do, I think we're all looking for something that feels honest to us, that we can connect to.
Yeah. Amazing. And obviously, with your character transitioning, there's probably a more personal attachment to that character, to Victor.
Yeah, I mean, I always felt very attached to Victor. I mean, every arc and every season. So, to me, it all ended up making sense. That journey that I simultaneously sort of went on with that character, but I mean, Steve Blackman, who's the showrunner, he's one of the first people I really came out to, because we were going to go back to shoot, and I wanted to, get surgery and all these things. And for him to really be the one who took the initiative of making it a part of the show and everything, it obviously meant so much to me.
Hello, I'm Sheldon. I'm here with my son, who I'm very, very proud of. What advice do you have for parents of trans kids like myself in this pretty tough time?
Yeah. First of all, so sorry for, what you're dealing with. And as a parent, that must be so challenging and painful and frightening. I guess to me, it's all about solidarity and community. You connect with other parents, you connect with other allies, and stand up to the BS that is coming right now. So I think, solidarity and just love, love. your son, and which clearly you do, and support, and yeah.
Hi, Elliot. With the Umbrella Academy, on screen, you have such great chemistry and energy with the other actors. Is there one you really like to work with, or?
Oh, don't do that to me. No. Here's what I'll say. I'll say it's an incredible group of people. We have gotten very close over the years. When we're all in scenes together, it's, we have a blast. It's so much fun. Yeah, so I can't choose just one person. I will say, when Emmy, who plays Allison, and Tom, who plays Luther, when the three of us do a scene together, we cannot stop laughing. It's like actually a problem. The scene could not even be funny, and I don't know what it is about Tom. He's just like the sweetest, funniest guy. Anyway, so yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over here.
Hi, Elliot.
Hey.
I want to thank you so much for making the documentary, There's Something in the Water.
Thanks.
It's about environmental racism in Nova Scotia, and I just moved here from Halifax last year, so I think it was a really important work. I was wondering if you could say more about how that project came about and what you appreciated most about filming it.
Sure. Thank you so much for watching the film. And it came about when I first read a book called The Mill by Joan Baxter about the specific case in Pictou County and Pictou Landing First Nation. And when I first learned about the degree of environmental racism in Nova Scotia, I was, needless to say, just like disgusted and shameful for not being aware of it. And like how, so then I literally looked online to try and educate myself more, and saw that a book had just come out by Ingrid Waldron, who's a professor at Dalhousie University, called There's Something in the Water, specifically about environmental racism in Nova Scotia. And if you're not familiar with environmental racism, it's the disproportionate placement of landfills, dumps, or polluting industry next to Black and Indigenous communities, which is a huge problem, obviously, all over Canada. And so after reading the book, I reached out to Ingrid. She ended up connecting me with the grassroots grandmothers who were fighting Corporation Alton Gas. And I was sort of like, oh, would it be helpful to maybe just come up with a camera? We can shoot little things to put online, just get it out there more. So my friend Ian and I, Julia backstage, is actually a producer on the documentary, went up with two 5Ds and shot, these three different stories, and next thing we knew, we were like, actually, I think we have a feature film here, and just kind of went for it. So that's how it came to be, and the most incredible part of it was meeting Ingrid and the incredible women in this film who, in the film and life, who have, done so much to protect their community and our environment, and they, endlessly have, inspired me. Explore space and, not playing to a particular camera or what have you. So yeah, as an actor, I really enjoyed it. And having to use your imagination in these scenarios, it was kind of like being a 6-year-old in my bedroom again, like playing in your fort. Like, it kind of has that quality to it.
You're an icon to so many people, and I know it really means a lot that you're here for everybody. And as we wrap up, can I just do one thing?
What is it?
Ellie. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Elliot Page.
Thank you.
Icon. We're so thankful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.